The Celtics overall had a pretty good summer league. They started off a super impressive 4-0. They began with a narrow win against the Hawks before blowing out Philly, Orlando, and Denver. Unfortunately, they got absolutely annihilated by the Kings in the championship game, losing by 33 points, and the Kings had full control nearly the entire game. So now that the championship game is over, let's look at the 5 major takeaways from the Celtics Summer League. The first takeaway is that Payton Pritchard is a backup point guard. Throughout Summer League, Payton Pritchard was easily the Celtics' most impressive player. In the first 3 games, he absolutely dominated, averaging 20 points and 9 assists per game. He then left Summer League and scored 92 points, followed by a 57-point triple-double in Portland Pro AM. The way he was playing, it looked like Pritchard was headed for a breakout season, but then came the championship game. The Sacramento Kings keyed in on Pritchard defensively. Davion Mitchell was the primary defender on Pritchard, and he locked him up. In the championship game, Pritchard scored just 6 points and had 8 assists, but committed 6 turnovers. Against non-NBA defenders, Pritchard looked like an all-star, but against a great defender, he looked awful. Davion Mitchell was considered by many scouts to be the best defender in the draft, which is why he earned the nickname Off Night. Davion Mitchell is more representative of the type of defender that Pritchard would face if given a bigger role in the NBA. The fact that he struggled to even get by Davion was very telling. I believe that shows that Pritchard is a backup point guard at the NBA level. Some Celtics fans want to see him start, but he just simply isn't a starting caliber point guard yet. He will fare much better coming off the bench. More than likely, Marcus Smart or Dennis Schroeder will start next year, and Pritchard will help run Boston's second unit. The next major takeaway is that Aaron Nesmith is ready to contribute. Nesmith struggled a lot in his rookie year, but in Summer League, he looks like an improved player. Through 5 games in Summer League, Nesmith averaged 17 points per game. His best game was a 33-point outing against the Nuggets, where he made in 7 of his 9 3-pointers. We knew from his rookie year that Nesmith could shoot, but in Summer League, he displayed skills that can make him more than just a 3-and-D player. Nesmith's handle looked better, and he showed the ability to not only hit threes, but score at the rim and in the mid-range. He also looked a lot more comfortable hitting contested shots and attacking closing out defenders. If what Nesmith showed in Summer League is real, he could potentially earn himself a starting spot. While someone like Josh Richardson is better than Nesmith in a vacuum, the Celtics need shooters to surround Tatum and Brown in that starting lineup. Nesmith could be the perfect complement as he can knock down open 3-pointers, attack closeouts, and play good defense. Either way, Nesmith looks like he'll be a factor for the Celtics next season. The third takeaway is that Carsen Edwards doesn't look ready for the NBA. Edwards was selected by the Celtics with the 33rd pick in the 2019 draft. He was coming off one of the best NCAA tournament runs ever, but despite that success, Edwards barely played in his 2 years in Boston while spending time in the G League. In 5 games in Summer League, he averaged 15 points per game, but shot just 34% from the field. He did have some bright moments like dropping 17 and 6 against the Hawks, but in the championship game versus the Kings, he scored just 15 points on 5 of 16 shooting and had 3 assists but 3 turnovers. After the addition of Dennis Schroeder and Chris Dunn, it was already looking like Edwards was going to have a hard time finding minutes. After playing awful in Summer League, it looks like a regular role on the Celtics is out of the equation, and so might be a roster spot for next season as well. The fourth takeaway is that Bruno Fernando could earn minutes next year. When the Celtics traded for Fernando, his role on the team looked unclear. Robert Williams and Al Horford were set to get the bulk of the minutes at center, and they also picked up Enes Kanter. But Fernando was very impressive in Summer League. Throughout Summer League, Bruno Fernando played with a ton of energy, especially on the defensive end. He played very physical and did a good job of protecting the rim and crashing the boards. And on the offensive end, he was an excellent finisher around the rim and even showed off the ability to drive the basketball and handle well for a big. The way Fernando played in Summer League, it looks like he could potentially get some burn for the Celtics for next year because they could use his toughness and energy on the court. And lastly, Romeo Langford is still a huge question mark. Langford looked good in Summer League, averaging 11 points per game through 3 games, while shooting an impressive 38% from 3. His best performance was against the Hawks, where he knocked down a game-winning corner 3 to win the game. It was nice to see an improved 3-point shot from Langford, as that's been a weakness of his game, but unfortunately, he missed the championship game against the Kings with a wrist injury. Langford missing games due to injury isn't a shock to Celtics fans, as injuries have plagued Langford throughout his short NBA career. Langford has barely gotten minutes in his first couple of years in the league. He missed a lot of time due to injury, and he also spent time in the G League. Langford's career has been quite disappointing for someone drafted with a lottery pick. It is nice that Langford played well in Summer League, but this third year is a make or break year for him. He needs to earn a role on the Celtics this upcoming year, or it may never happen. As an honorable mention, Yam Madar looks like he needs to stay another year overseas. He barely scored in Summer League, but he did show signs of being a good defender. He plays with a lot of energy on defense and picks up full court, but he does tend to be over aggressive on that end of the court. He also is too thin and needs to add muscle. Based on his Summer League play, Madar still looks pretty raw. I think it's likely the Celtics let him stay in Israel for another year and see how much he improves. Another honorable mention is Sam Hauser. After going undrafted, Hauser signed a 2-way contract with the Celtics, meaning he'll be on the roster and split time in the G League. He shot the ball very well in Summer League, including a 21-point game against the Magic, where he shot 6 of 10 from 3. Many fans believe he can develop into the stretch 4 that Boston needs. He's not likely to get rotation minutes, but he's someone to keep an eye on going forward. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video. What do you think of these young players based on their performance in Summer League? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like the videos and subscribe for more NBA content, and have a great rest of your day.